Good morning from Stanley Park, Vancouver.
The jewel in Vancouver's crown, Stanley Park is a brisk walk or a short bus ride from downtown. When you first arrive, you might think it's a regular city park with its manicured lawns and rose garden. It also has attractions like an outdoor theatre, aquarium, and pavilion. But today, I'm exploring the inner trails.
Okay, so it's not particularly peaceful at the moment. There's people cutting the grass. There's a main road that goes right through the park so you can hear traffic, and there's planes going overhead. But once you leave all that behind, just a few steps and you go into an area which feels a lot more forest-like.
First off, let's head to Beaver Lake before crossing the highway that bisects the park. Then we'll explore the maze of trails in the forested section and wind our way up to Prospect Point, finishing off with a slightly hair-raising walk across the Lionsgate Bridge.
Are there beavers at Beaver Lake? Yes, there are. There never used to be until relatively recently. Am I going to see a beaver this morning? Probably not, but I did see one last night when I came here. This is where the beavers hang out, in their lodge. I think the best time is probably an hour before sunset, when they start to get active. Okie dokie, over the road.
Even though I could often hear sounds of the outside world, at times it became very still and peaceful, and it was just me and the birds. I could have been in the middle of nowhere.
Early lunch, I think.
Lunch was a very nice veggie wrap. The table was a little high though, and the stool a little low, so I felt like a 5-year-old who was pretending to be a grown-up. But anyway, it's a really nice cafe and they have beer, so what's not to like? When I see a bridge like that, there's only one thing I can do. Let's get up on that thing.
While I do love a good bridge, it's actually a little intimidating. I think as I've got older, I got a little bit more scared about stuff. So vibration, the noise of the cars, the wind, and then there's the gap between the railing and the deck. Man, I can't fit down there, but it just makes me feel worry.
Anyway, descending to the North Shore, it gets pretty steep, so you've got to watch out for the cyclists who come whizzing past.
Welcome to North Vancouver. I survived. Now I'm just going to cross over and go back on the other side. Well, I have to get back somehow. Mind your head.
By the time I got back to the Stanley Park side, I think I'd toughened up a bit and I was no longer concerned by the wind or the traffic.
Okay, time to wind my way back to downtown, I think. Carefully. Bye, bridge.
Before calling it a day, there was just one more stop I had to make. No, not that. It was, of course, to say hi to the big fella, Lord Stanley himself, for whom the park is named. And Rabbit Burns, which was a pleasant surprise. If you haven't already, why not check out my adventures on the seawall, which took me around the perimeter of Stanley Park.